Hey everyone, welcome back to Literary Mystique. Today we are diving into one of the most revolutionary periods in literary history, the modern period, which roughly spans from 1901 to 1945. This era emerged in response to world wars, technological advancements, and a loss of faith in traditional values. Writers broke away from Victorian realism and embraced new experimental forms such as stream of consciousness, nonlinear narratives, and existential themes. Let's explore how the modern period transformed literature forever. The modern period was driven by a desire to break from the past and explore new ways of storytelling. Literature reflected the devastation of war, questioning traditional ideals of heroism. Rapid technological changes made society feel alienated and impersonal. Existentialism and Freudian psychology influenced literature, emphasizing subjectivity and inner turmoil. Writers no longer aimed to present a perfect, orderly world. Instead, they portrayed disillusionment, uncertainty, and psychological depth. Modernist literature introduced radical storytelling techniques, such as stream of consciousness, a style mimicking real thought processes, seen in works by James Joyce and Virginia Woolf. Fragmentation and non-linear narratives. Stories no longer followed a structured timeline, mirroring the chaos of real life. Writers incorporated deep allegories and historical allusions, as seen in T.S. Eliot's The Waste Land. Characters often struggled with identity and purpose, as in Kafka's The Metamorphosis. These literary innovations reshaped how we tell and interpret stories today. Now let's explore some of the most influential figures of modernism. James Joyce. His famous work Ulysses is a groundbreaking novel using stream of consciousness and mythological parallels. Virginia Woolf's To the Lighthouse and Mrs. Dalloway has deep explorations of time, memory, and feminism. T.S. Eliot's The Waste Land is a fragmented and deeply symbolic poem that captures post-war despair. F. Scott Fitzgerald, The Great Gatsby, is a critique of the American dream and materialism. William Faulkner's The Sound and the Fury uses shifting perspectives to explore Southern Gothic themes. Modernist writers challenged traditional narratives and redefined storytelling itself. World wars deeply influenced modernist literature. Writers no longer glorified war, but instead exposed its brutal realities. Ernest Hemingway's A Farewell to Arms critiques the futility of war. Wilfred Owen and Siegfried Sassoon's poetry brutally depicts the horrors of the battlefield. George Orwell's Animal Farm and 1984 criticized totalitarian regimes and propaganda. Literature became a powerful tool for questioning authority and exposing social realities. Modernism was not limited to Britain and America. Writers like Langston Hughes redefined African American identity. Jorge Luis Borges pioneered magical realism. Chinua Achebe challenged Eurocentric literary traditions. In drama, G.B. Shaw and Samuel Beckett revolutionized theatre, introducing realism and absurdism. It's clear that the modern period marked a profound transformation in English literature. The early 20th century was a time of disruption, experimentation, and introspection, where writers no longer clung to traditional forms and instead embraced fragmentation, stream of consciousness, and psychological depth. What makes the modern period so significant is its ability to reflect the uncertainty and disillusionment that followed World War I and the rapid social changes that shaped the world. Writers like T.S. Eliot, Virginia Woolf, James Joyce, W.B. Yeats challenge readers to engage with literature in new ways, exploring inner consciousness, questioning reality, and dismantling old ideas about identity, truth, and society. The themes explored during this period, like isolation, anxiety, existential crisis, and the loss of faith in established norms, still resonate deeply with readers today. Many of the experimental techniques introduced during this time, such as nonlinear narratives, fragmented storytelling, and symbolic language, have heavily influenced contemporary fiction, films, and media. That's all for today. In our next video, we will explore postmodernism, where literature takes an even more unpredictable turn. So, stay tuned, and as always, keep reading, keep writing, and keep exploring the magic of words.